Hi everyone, it's Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. Happy Monday. Right, now I don't have my iPad tonight, I only have my computer, so I can't see those popping on, so make sure you say hi to me so I know that you're here. Hi Elizabeth, hi Glenda, because the computer doesn't tell me who's watching with me. Hi Tara, hi Angie, hi Kerry, oh everyone, hi Helen, everyone's on tonight. Thank you for joining me, ladies. Thanks for sharing, Elizabeth. So the winner of this week's lucky draw is Elizabeth. Thanks for sharing, Angie. So Adrian drew this. Adrian's at a meeting with the school that happens every Monday night for the next 6 weeks, I think. So I've had to do, he did cook dinner before he went, but I've had to do the bed, bath and shower routine and everything with Hunter all by myself, which I haven't had to do that in a long time. So he made sure he did that before I left, and then I made sure that I didn't have to prep anything for tonight because I knew it would be a bit of a mission for me, that I am going to use one of these kits. I don't see too many of my customers purchasing the kits. Hi Megan. So I'm thinking that's maybe because you don't understand how the kits work or anything, and I don't demonstrate them very often either. So I thought tonight's a good opportunity to demonstrate this kit. So this is in the January to June catalogue, and this is an all-inclusive card kit. So we've got two different types of kits in the catalogue. So an all-inclusive card kit gives you everything. So this gives you a clear block, the ink pad and the stamp set, as well as all the bits to make the cards. Whereas some other kits that we've got, sorry, I've just bumped my camera. This kit, you get, you need to purchase the stamp set separately for this one. Hi Julie. Oh, you're planning on buying this one, Elizabeth. Great. Oh, and you've already got this one, Angie. I'm hoping it comes out well. So this kit, it's a little bit less expensive. You do make more cards because this one gives you 16 cards, whereas this one only gives you 12 cards. But you need to purchase the stamp set in addition to this. And the ink colours that come with that. Now in saying that, you can just use black ink. Like, you don't have to have all these colors if you don't already have them, but black ink works just fine as well. But we're going to use this kit tonight, this Hello Dear Friend kit, and we'll see how it comes. Now it only actually arrived this morning, so because I was thinking I was going to have to purchase, actually cut up some stuff this afternoon, because I was expecting this on Friday and it hadn't arrived yet. So all I've done is taken the plastic off it. So it comes in this pretty little box, which you can reuse because the plastic has the little sticker on it, not the box, which is great because then you can re-gift that box or use it for something else later. Nice, Julie, you've made this one as well. So I haven't done anything. So this is the stamp set. It's got a lot of sentiments in it. So hello dear friend, just a little note, thank you, a day to remember, and you make my heart smile. Oh, that's nice. It's got a leafy image and that looks like a flower. This is some copper twine and some dimensionals. This is your, it's a Misty Moonlight spot. Because I already have this in the big ink pad, I'm not going to use this. Hi Carrie. So I'll just pop this away, and then I usually use this in classes, or I do it as a little giveaway for my customers and things like that. So I'm not going to open that. I'll pop that to the side, and I will use my large ink pad. And then pop this out. Get my scissors out. And open this up. Now I keep all these chipboard pieces because I do end up making some mini albums and things, so don't throw this stuff away. I keep this for the backings of mini albums and stuff. This is the clear block that you get. Now, it's the same size as a normal D block, but as you can tell, it's a lot thinner. So this is very similar to the block that the North American ladies get with their paper pumpkin kits. But when we have a paper pumpkin kit in Australia, it doesn't actually come with the clear block. So that's the clear block. So again, I'm not going to use that. I might pop that away, and I could give that as a gift to somebody. There's some envelopes. So this obviously makes some cards in some different sizes. There's the cards, little note cards. So we've got those ones, and then these look like normal size envelopes. The instructions. So these are good kits for if you just want to make some quick cards together, or if you are traveling and you want to take something with you but you don't want to pack up your whole kit or anything. So this is good. Some glue dots as well. And these are our card bases. There. Then there's some vellum pieces that are cut out, popped out, and some leaves. So we'll pop all these out. All right. So has everyone had a good weekend? Do something special for Valentine's Day. Pop them out, and we'll pop these out. Now with these kits, you usually end up with so many extras. So they give you lots of little pieces to work with. And there are some very clever people on Pinterest and YouTube, demonstrators that get kits like this, and they make up one set of the instructions, and then they sit and make alternative projects, and they might turn this into 20 cards using the pieces supplied instead of the 12 cards, because they add a couple of pieces of cardstock and things like that. Lots of card making, Elizabeth. I did see you were very busy. And then this is plenty of sentiments. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you've got 2 sheets. You can. This is only designed for making 12 cards, but you've got 2 full sheets to stamp sentiments on. And then 3 sheets of the flowers. No, I'm laid up with sciatica for 10 days. Oh, that's terrible, Glenda. Hopefully you get a bit of relief soon. So So these are good for those people that travel or that might not be confident stampers, so that, or they're beginning in their stamping journey. This is gonna give them some stunning cards with not a lot of effort involved, which is what you want, because although stamping is easy, there are some techniques to it, but you want to make sure newer customers have a pleasant stamping experience so that they want to come back or want to try it again. So you want to make sure that you set people up for success. And I find these kits do that really well. Alright, so I've punched out all the bits there. Got my card bases over here. And then need some room for the, stick them up there. It's probably good I don't have my iPad tonight. Just don't have the room here. It's too many things. I didn't think with 12 cards there would be this many items. Perhaps I should have looked. That's okay. So we're going to follow the instructions. Now you can read along the instructions. They are in multiple languages, but often you can just follow the pictures as well. So with these purple cards, we're going to fold these. Let me get my bone folder. These are quite thick cards, so they will need a bit of pressure to fold that crease over. It's a very sturdy piece of cardstock here. Okay, so we're going to have those, and then we need this diagonal piece, so that goes on there, and then we have that flower. We've got some of this twine. Well, I had a pretty quiet weekend. I did go to my mum's yesterday. We ended up having some lunch, which was nice, and see the family. And that was about it. Then we decided as a, yeah, they are funny sizes, Megan. We decided as a family we were going to have a family weekend of movies that we hadn't seen before. So these are 4.5 inches high and 2.5 inches wide. So they are a bit of an odd shape to what we're used to. And then thank you cards. I think just move them out of the way so we can do some stamping of this size. Is that same size? Yep. Okay. I will bring in my Pierce mat because it is a photopolymer stamp set. And get my block, and this is the thank you. The last year I have really used a lot of thank you cards. Prior to that I didn't really do too many, but I've been including them since moving online with all my classes. I've been including thank you cards with all my class materials, which has been great. And I've got one lady that does my classes, and she looks for my card all the time now, going, oh, thanks so much for your card. She goes, I wasn't sure I got one last time because it got caught up in between the papers. I was so excited when I found it. So that's always nice to hear that. All right. Oh, hopefully it kicks in soon, blender. Okay, so we'll just pop that pierce mat to the side here. I'm just going to stick a bit of seal. Now, you get glue dots with this, so you could just use your glue dots. I just want to do seal for to make it a bit quicker. And I'm not too concerned, like with vellum you can see the adhesive behind it, but we are covering that vellum by a large portion with that flour, so I'm not too concerned by that. Okay, and then some dimensionals on these flowers. And this is, you get full-size dimensionals with this. With the paper pumpkin kits that we get, you usually only get half-size dimensionals, like the mini ones, but these ones you get full ones, which is nice. And then pop these on. Do you only use the stamp and pierce mat for the photopolymer? Yes, so you use that, Elizabeth, because there's no cushioning in the stamps when they're photopolymer. So when you've got the red rubber stamps, and I don't have any on me because I actually cleaned up my whole desk and put all my stamp sets away. Adrian will be so proud. With the red rubber stamps, you've got the red rubber plus then the grey cling. With the foam, which gives the stamp a bit of cushioning. With these photopolymer stamps, you don't have that foam. So the photopolymer, the pierce mat, gives you the cushioning to get you a crisper image. I really use it. If it's a tiny sentiment like this, I don't use the pierce mat all the time. But if it's a bigger sentiment, or if it's an image that is full, like the heart in Always in My Heart stamp set, where you want good full coverage, I make sure I've got the cushioning underneath me for that. Now, I'm assuming we're going to have 10 ton of this copper twine left over, so I'm just going to wrap it round my fingers 3 times and chop. And then I've got some pop-up come up on my screen. I can't see your comment, Elizabeth. Oh, no worries. Hopefully that makes sense. Put a bit of seal on that to pop this down. You want to make sure both the end bits are behind that, and the rest can kind of just pop out, just so you get a bit of stuff. And then get dimensionals. And pop on that. And you want to make sure that you then stick that over the stem of the flower, because you don't actually have any dimensionals behind that, because you don't want to pop it up too much. Otherwise you're going to have, if you put it a bit higher up, you're going to have the sentiment bow a little bit, because this is on dimensionals as it is. So we'll do that again. So I'll just put some seal on the back of that. Get some twine, wrap it around your fingers about 3 times, and I'm wrapping it around 3 fingers because you want to make sure it's going to be wide enough to come out both sides of the sentiment. Now it's not going to stay all pretty like that. Oh, this one might, but the last one didn't. But that's just to kind of hold it there in place for a minute. Oh, we get the dimensionals, and that can go over that ribbon to hold it down even more for those bits. Pull that off. And over that side. And then here's another one. Now you don't have to use quite as much twine here. You might want to use this twine for another project. Oh. So you could be a little bit more sparingly on the twine. Hi, Debbie. But I just find, because I have so many things on the go all the time, if I don't use the stuff in the project that it's meant for, it just gets lost. Where is that other end bit? Oh, there it is. And I would always end up with a big pile of leftover bits of ribbon ends and little cardstock pieces that I would give to the daycare. I'm hoping the school might still want some craft stuff, because I just do seem to accumulate a lot of it and don't ever seem to be able to get through it. So that's that card then done. So the 3 of them are done. Might just get rid of these dimensional backing bits. The next card is, let's do this other funny shaped card. Where did I put them? Oh, that's these ones here. So we'll fold these ones. But this would be a great gift for those that enjoy stamping, or might just be getting into stamping and don't have a lot of supplies, because they don't need anything else. Everything else is in this kit. Okay, so we need the 3 big flowers, and we've got 6 of them. Holy dooly, there's lots of those flowers. And we need 2 of these each. And we need, yeah, to get through 3 cards didn't take very long. Megan. So I don't think it'll take very long to make this whole kit, and even if you were to change it up a bit and different from the instructions, I don't think it would still take very long at all. Going to bring my Pierce mat back in again. Now this sentiment is the Hello Dear Friend. And then I just find with these sentiments or these stamps that you get that you might not have a case for, you can purchase the Stampin' Up cases to pop them in, or you can stick them in clear cello bags. I know some people store them in. And I just find for a new stamp, new photopolymer stamp, sometimes the ink may not go to the stamp in one lot, like in cover the whole stamp initially. So I just find sometimes with a brand new stamp, if you let it sit on your ink pad and soak up that ink initially, I get a better result. Especially when you've got like a full image to stamp, like the flower or the leaf. You want to make sure that you get great coverage on those. Okay, just close up that ink pad because I don't want that getting everywhere. Take my Pierce mat out. Okay, we look like we've got dimensionals on the back of these. Now I'm just going off the pictures, I'm not actually reading the instructions. You could read the instructions and it might have some additional steps which I might end up missing, but we'll see with how many pieces I've got left over, whether I missed any steps. These kits are good also for, sometimes I find like I have to schedule in, I've got a lot going on because I'm studying, I work full time, I run my Stampin' Up business, trying to raise a 5-year-old. So I've got a lot going on, and so I have to schedule my crafting time in. And I find that sometimes I'll schedule my crafting time in when I'm not actually really creative. Like I've got a mental block or I'm just really not in the mood for crafting. I think perhaps I've used the wrong sentiment, but anyway. I think it was supposed to be the bigger one, but we'll work with it. So these kits are great for that. When you're not really in the mood for crafting, but I need to get stuff done because I need to have projects done ready for blog hops or my blog or anything. So I need something. These are good. So I think, yeah, it was the bigger sentiment that I should have used, but that's one. Everything will work out. And dimensionals. I want that on the bottom. And glue dots come in it as well, but I find they're a little bit harder to get off. And you just need to take your pick tool to get them off. So for quickness tonight, I'm just using my roll of glue dots. But it's not because they don't come in the kit, they come in this. So they're exactly the same as what comes on the roll. They're sticky on the back, and then you just need to lift that bit of paper off the top there. and this is the last one of these cards. I've looked at this kit a couple of times now and thought, yep, I'll order that, and haven't. And then when I found out that this meeting is happening at the school every week for the next 5 weeks, I'm like, oh, I need to get myself a little prepared, because I'm not used to doing dinner, bath, bed all by myself and have to do it before the meeting, before the video. I'm gonna have to make sure I prepare myself. So I thought for ease tonight I would do the kit instead. All right, so we've done the 2 little cards. Now we'll do the bigger card. So we've got 3 bigger cards. We've got 6 bigger cards, but 2 different designs. Pop them over there. These, I think I might have to go again with the bone folder and give them a good crease. They're very stiff cardstock, that they're not lying as flat as I would normally like. These ones don't feel quite as stiff, and they're lying a lot flatter. So it's just those smaller ones. They're very thick cardstock. These ones are more normal thickness cardstock. Okay, now these ones have the diamond on them, but they actually look like the diamond's backwards and not showing the copper. But I don't like that. So I'm gonna have the copper showing. We're gonna have the blue flower. On here. We've got some more of that twine, and then the other sentiment. Now, this was the sentiment that I should have used on those other cards, the wider one. And I don't know whether that's going to be too wide now. No, I'll still use that here. And then that way I will have a full sheet of sentiments that I can use other cards. I would love to have an assistant, Megan. My sister did come out and help me die cut for a class the other weekend, which was fabulous. But that, again, that doesn't happen very often either. So I would love to have an assistant. It's hard. Okay, a day to remember. I might, instead of doing a day to remember, because I don't know what type of card that would be, I kind of feel like that's a different type of card. I am going to switch it up and stamp just a little note, because, well, that will fit on there nicely instead. Stick that on squarely. I like that. And there's not all that much misty moonlight in this cut, like the flower that I'm sticking on this card, but I really do like this color to stamp in. Like it's not as dark as Night of Navy, but it's just a little bit different, and to not have black too. It's a nice congratulations note. Yeah, I could do that. Elizabeth, nice to use that for a card. Maybe if somebody in my team promotes, I could do that. Okay, and again, I'm just going to use some seal here for speed. Dimensionals for this one. And dimensionals for this. Now, we've got some more twine happening here. I might just stick a bow on this one with the twine, rather than doing the swirly thing at the back. Oh, how nice does that card come together so quick? All right, and then a glue dot for this. Now, this doesn't come with any bling, but you could go back and add bling. Oh, I really like that card. Oh. And I haven't been stingy at all with the dimensionals. Like, I've put 4 on the sentiments, except for that smaller one on the first card, and I've still got plenty left. So if you're a bit stingier with the dimensionals, you'd have a lot of them left over as well. And then another bow. These kits also make great classes for those demonstrators that, yes, I'll measure the size of the card, Megan, that are just starting out or aren't confident in designing their own classes, or just don't have a lot of time either. I've used kits plenty of times in a class because there's no prep work, everything's all done for you. So this card then measures 5.5 by 4.25. So I think that is the true American size card base, because their cards are always shorter and fatter than ours. So I think that's a normal size American card base, but it's very fat compared to what we have here in Australia, because usually ours are like 5.5. No, 5 3/4 or 5 7/8, and they're 4.25 wide. It is a bit of an odd shape, but the envelopes come with it, so you don't have to worry about having to make envelopes. Even for the little note card type ones, there's skinny envelopes. Oh, that's lovely, Megan. Thank you. Need a bow. And then we've just got our last 3 cards to make, and I've got 10 ton of flowers left over that I can't imagine we're using them all on those 3 cards. So I'll show you what's left over in the kit then when we're done. because I know some people like to see what you get and how much you get left over. Something's going on with that bow. There we go. Oh, there's those ones. Put those backings in the bin. Now, our last 3 card bases are the same size as those last ones. Alright, so this one, we need these pieces. They go in there. Oh, the cards are going this way. Okay, we've got that. We've got the pink flower. We've got the blue, the purple flower. We've got the little yellow flower. We've got lots of them left over. Oh, we've got loads of these left over. 3 of them. This has twine in it as well. And then this big sentiment. And so I've only used 1 full sheet of sentiments. I've still got this whole sheet left. So you can definitely use them on other cards. You make my heart smile. That got stuck to the paper a bit. Bring in my pierce mat again. And then stamping this. And then last one. So you've got the other 2 image stamps as well in this set, which we've not used, but you could go back and stamp the insides of the cards with this flower image and the leaf as well. You might want to get a green and a green for the leaf, and then either a pink or yellow or something for the flower. So you'll need to add that ink pad into it. But again, we'll just get some seal in the middle there. Some dimensionals on the back. And then stick this one down. And then that. So I had my Zoom class on the weekend, which went well. And then I've got my next class, which is the Posted for You online stamp class. Payment for that did close on Saturday, but I'm going to pop the order through tonight. So if there's anybody else interested in that hasn't yet registered or paid, just let me know and I can add you to that before I close the order tonight for that. And all the classes are recorded, so if you're not able to make the live class, you can go back and watch the recording. I pop it to YouTube and move it as an unlisted video, so you can watch it then in your own time. That suits you. Ah, thanks, Elizabeth. They are good fun. I do enjoy them. That has been one bonus of moving online, is that I've been able to get a number of ladies from other states to join now, which has been really good. I do miss the in-person classes, but at the moment with COVID and the fact that somebody sneezes and the borders are shut and we're in lockdown, it's a bit difficult to try and run a business and move things around too much. So online is still working. I know some ladies aren't enjoying it as much as in person, but I think that will be a new norm for a little bit longer just yet. Gave you something to do in lockdown, didn't it, Elizabeth? Yeah, when we let you in. We tried to have dinner in the city last night. Nothing was open. Yeah, I'd come to your classes if the borders stayed open. Oh, thanks, Angie. Yeah, it's so hard. How are you finding lockdown, Angie? It's just so frustrating. You have things planned, and because I work work full time and plan things, and I plan so far in advance. I can't reschedule a class like that, like the government kinds of thinks you can. I feel so sorry for those retailers that had all Valentine's Day dinners planned and booked, and then they had to throw away all the food and stuff, or just do takeout instead of in person, because they would have been planning that stuff for months. Yeah, I've got a couple of people in Melbourne that do my classes now, and I've got a couple of people in New South Wales. And then I even still have a couple of people that are very local to me that were never able to make an in-person class, but have been able to attend my online classes because they can do it in their own time. They can stop, fast forward, rewind and stuff once they get the recording, and they find it much easier rather than trying to keep up in a class and things. So yeah, it's been interesting moving online. Okay. All right. So we're nearly done. I've just got to tie a bow for this one. And then we are done. So then I'll bring in the cards. Oh, Angie, I'm in Brisbane and Megan's in Brisbane, but then I've got a couple of ladies that are in Melbourne that attend my class and in my team, if that makes more sense. So we'll just clean up and I'll show you the extras that you get in this kit and what's left over if you make it as per the instructions like I have. You will have this whole sheet left. You'll have 3 little yellow flowers. You'll have 3 big ones. You'll have 6 leaves. I didn't use these glue dots, but if you use the glue dots, you'll have a few of them left. You've still got dimensionals left, and I used quite a lot of dimensionals. There's that much twine left, so you get a good few bows left out of that. And then you've got your stamp set, which you get to use on additional cards. You will have your ink block, which will last for ages. Plus you've still got this block as well. And then if we just pop these away, so that's all your leftover stuff. I'll pop them away in my drawer over there, and them. So pop that over here. And then we have these 3. These 3. Those 3. And then those 3. Let's do that. So they're our cards tonight, ladies. You get 12 of those cards in that kit. And that kit is on the third page of the page 6 of the catalogue, of the January to June catalogue. And so this will be available until June. If you are interested in this, just let me know. And I can pop it on an order for you, or you can order online at clicking on the link to shop now in my Facebook page. But thanks for joining me tonight, ladies, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.